Your tires are screaming for help right now, and you're ignoring them. I see drivers making the same 8 mistakes every single day that are literally shredding rubber off their wheels and costing them thousands in premature replacements. Stick around, because number 6 is probably happening in your driveway right now. Look, I've been in the tire business for over a decade, and I'm going to walk you through the 8 most common tire killers that nobody talks about. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot them, fix them, and add years to your tire life. And yeah, that means keeping a lot more money in your pocket. Mistake number 1, ignoring the penny test. Let's start with the obvious one that people still get wrong: tread depth. But here's the thing. Most drivers think if they can see any tread at all, they're fine. Dead wrong. The legal limit in most places is 2/32 of an inch. But here's what the tire manufacturers don't advertise. Your tires start losing serious grip in wet conditions at 4/32. That's double the legal minimum. You're technically legal, but actually dangerous. Take a penny, put it upside down in your tread. If you can see all of Lincoln's head, you're at 2/32 or less. But here's the pro tip: use a quarter instead. If you can see the top of Washington's head, you're at 4/32, and it's time to start shopping. Don't wait for the legal limit. Your stopping distance in the rain increases by up to 40 feet when you're down at 2/32 compared to new tires. Think about that next time you're on the highway. Now, before we get to mistake number 2, I need you to do something for me. Check your tire pressure right now in your head. When was the last time you actually did it? If you can't remember, you're about to feel personally attacked. Mistake number 2, the set it and forget it pressure problem. This is the big one. 70% of vehicles on the road right now are running incorrect tire pressure. Not slightly off, I'm talking 5, 10, even 15 psi wrong, and it's absolutely destroying their tires. Here's what happens. Underinflated tires flex too much. That generates heat, breaks down the rubber compounds, and wears out the outer edges of your tread super fast. We're talking cutting your tire life in half. You'll see uneven wear on the shoulders while the center looks fine. Overinflated, you're basically driving on the center strip of the tire. All the weight is concentrated there, you get less contact patch, and that center wears out way before the edges. Plus, your ride feels like garbage. But here's the mistake within the mistake. You need to check pressure cold at least once a month, not after driving to the gas station. Temperature changes pressure by 1 psi for every 10 degrees. So if you set your pressure on a 90-degree summer day and then winter hits at 30 degrees, you just lost 6 psi without anything being wrong. Your tires are just sitting there, slowly dying. Check them cold first thing in the morning once a month minimum. And don't go by what the tire says. Go by what your door jamb sticker says. That's engineered for your specific weight balance. All right, now we're getting into the mistakes that really get me fired up, because these are the ones that people argue with me about. They swear they're doing the right thing, but they're actually making it worse. Mistake number 3, rotation Russian roulette. How often do you rotate your tires? Every oil change? Never? Most people fall into one of those 2 camps, and both are usually wrong. The magic number is 5,000 to 7,000 miles for most vehicles. But here's what kills me. People either skip rotations entirely or they rotate them randomly without following the correct pattern for their vehicle. Front-wheel drive cars wear the front tires way faster because they're doing all the steering, braking, and power delivery. If you never rotate, your fronts will be bald while your rears still look new. Now you've got to replace all 4 anyway because you can't mix tread depth safely, especially with modern stability control systems. But rotating wrong is almost as bad. Directional tires can only be rotated front to back on the same side. Asymmetric tires have specific patterns. If you're just swapping them around randomly, you could be running tires backwards and destroying them even faster. Check your owner's manual for the correct pattern. And if you've got a staggered setup with different size fronts and rears, you can't rotate side to side at all. Know your setup before you touch those wheels. Remember that door jamb sticker I mentioned for pressure? Well, that same sticker is about to save you from mistake number 4, because this one's sneaky, and I guarantee most of you are guilty of it right now. It's been quietly eating your tires for years. Mistake number 4. Wrong size, wrong load, wrong everything. You upgraded to bigger wheels and tires because they look sick, I get it. But did you calculate the load rating? Did you check the speed rating? Or did you just slap on whatever fit? Every tire has a load index and speed rating printed on the sidewall. Your vehicle requires specific ratings based on its weight and performance. Go too low on load rating and you're overloading the tire structure every time you drive. The sidewalls flex too much, heat builds up, and you're looking at premature failure or even a blowout. Speed rating matters too. If your car came with H-rated tires and you cheap out on T-rated replacements, you're not just risking performance, you're risking structural failure at highway speeds. And plus sizing? Sure, it looks great, but if you go too big, you're changing your speedometer accuracy, throwing off your ABS calibration, and potentially causing rubbing that'll shred your tires from the inside out. The door jamb sticker tells you exactly what came from the factory. If you're deviating from that, you better know what you're doing or you're playing with fire. Now look, we're halfway through, and if you're still here, you clearly care about not throwing money away on tires. But this next one, this is where it gets expensive fast, and most mechanics won't even tell you about it. Mistake number 5, alignment amnesia. When was your last alignment? And I don't mean after you hit that curb last month, I mean your regular scheduled alignment check. Here's the brutal truth. Your alignment goes out of spec gradually just from normal driving. Potholes accelerate it, curbs destroy it, but even just worn suspension components slowly throw things off, and you won't feel it until it's already done serious damage. Misalignment causes asymmetric wear patterns. You'll see one edge of the tire wearing faster than the other, or feathering across the tread blocks. By the time you notice your car pulling to one side, you've probably already burned through a couple millimeters of rubber. And here's the thing that really matters. Alignment affects all 4 tires, not just the fronts. A lot of shops will only check the front because it's easier, but your rear alignment is just as critical for even wear. Get a 4-wheel alignment check at least once a year, or every time you get new tires, or immediately after you hit something hard enough to make you wince. It costs $100 typically. A new set of tires costs 4 to 8 times that. Do the math. If your shop finds you're out of spec and you've got recent tire wear, that's your proof you waited too long. Don't make that mistake twice. All right, remember at the beginning I said number 6 is probably happening in your driveway right now? This is it. And when I tell you what it is, you're gonna think I'm crazy. But I promise you, this is one of the biggest tire killers out there, and almost nobody knows about it. Mistake number 6, the parking position problem. You park your car in the same spot, in the same position for days or weeks at a time, and your tires are developing flat spots. Modern tires are soft compound for better grip, especially performance tires. When a tire sits in one position with the vehicle's full weight on it, that contact patch compresses. In cold weather especially, the rubber actually takes a temporary set. You start driving and feel a thump, thump, thump until they warm up and round out again. But here's what you don't feel. The internal structure is being stressed. The belts, the sidewall materials, they're all being held in one stressed position. Over time, this causes internal damage that shows up as vibration and irregular wear that no amount of balancing will fix. The fix? If your car sits for more than a week, roll it forward or backward a few feet every few days. Change the contact patch position. It sounds obsessive, but I've seen people ruin $5,000 tire sets because they winter stored their car without moving it for 6 months. And if you're storing a car long-term, get it on jack stands, or at minimum, overinflate the tires by 10 psi to reduce the load on the contact patch. Then deflate back to spec before driving. Now we're getting into the 2 mistakes that separate the people who get 50,000 miles from their tires versus the people who get 20,000. Pay attention, because this is where the real money is saved. Mistake number 7, ignoring the driving style factor. You can buy the best tires money can buy, maintain perfect pressure and alignment, but if you drive like you're auditioning for Fast and Furious, you're still gonna burn through them. Hard acceleration spins the drive wheels and literally rips rubber off the tread.
Every dramatic launch is shaving hundreds of miles off your tire life. Hard braking? Same thing. You're converting rubber into brake dust through friction and heat. And cornering, this is the one people don't think about. When you take a corner hard, all the weight transfers to the outside tires. That outside edge is getting absolutely hammered with heat and stress. Do that consistently and you'll wear the outer edges way before the rest of the tire. I'm not saying drive like a grandma, but understand that your driving style directly impacts wear. Smooth inputs, gradual acceleration, and anticipating stops will easily add 10 to 20,000 miles to your tire life. That aggressive driving might feel good, but it's costing you $100 every few months in accelerated wear. And that brings us to mistake number 8, which is actually the most expensive one on this list because it forces you to replace tires that still have life left in them. This one makes me crazy when I see it. Mistake number 8, the matching mistake. You need to replace one tire because of a puncture or damage. You figure the other 3 are fine, so why replace them? Just get one new tire, right? Terrible idea. Here's why. Tread depth differences of more than 0.03 of an inch between tires can cause handling problems and stress your drivetrain, especially on all-wheel drive vehicles. Your differential is designed to handle tiny speed differences from turning, not constant differences from mismatched tire diameters. A new tire has about 10/32 of tread. If your other tires are at 5/32, that's almost double the tread depth. That new tire has a larger diameter and will rotate at a different speed. On an AWD system, this can burn out your transfer case or differential. I've seen repair bills for this that cost more than just buying 4 new tires in the first place. The rule is simple. If your tires are more than 50% worn and you need to replace one, replace at least 2 on the same axle, or all 4 if you've got AWD. Yes, it's expensive, but it's way cheaper than a new transfer case or destroying your traction control system because the computer can't figure out why one wheel is always spinning at a different speed. So, let's recap real quick because these 8 mistakes add up fast. Tread depth below 4/32, you're gambling with your safety. Wrong tire pressure, you're literally burning money with every mile. Skipping rotations, you're forcing yourself to replace all 4 tires early. Wrong tire specs, you're risking catastrophic failure. Bad alignment, you're creating uneven wear you can't fix. Long-term parking in one position, you're damaging the internal structure. Aggressive driving, you're converting expensive rubber into road dust. And mismatched tires, you're risking your entire drivetrain to save a few $100. Fix these 8 things and you'll easily double your tire life. We're talking going from 30,000 miles to 60,000 miles on the same set. That's $1,500 to $3,000 saved depending on your vehicle. Now, go check your tire pressure, look at that tread depth, and if you found this helpful, let me know in the comments which mistake you've been making. I guarantee you've been guilty of at least one of these. And hey, if I just saved you a couple $1,000, that thumbs up button is right there. I'll see you in the next one.